For the last 12 months, I have been taking piano lessons with my children, and it has been just wonderful, hugely eye-opening. And today I'm just going to share some of the lessons that I've learned and what we're going to do moving forward. My name is Joy Cherick. I am a homeschool mom of 7 kids. We use the Charlotte Mason method in our homeschool. So before I get started, I just wanted to share a couple announcements. So some of you might know that I used to have a podcast called The Naturalist Kids podcast, and I absolutely love doing that. I've done it for a couple of years, but I was just not able to be consistent because it was a kind of creative work that I was doing alongside my children. And if you know anything about kids, it is sometimes a challenge to pull them into some of these different things. And I just wanted to not put that on them and allow myself some time to have a little bit more freedom with my creative work. But then also I have my nature study hacking resources that are still available. I have Stars and Skies up now, and trees, and wildflowers is another one that would be great for this school year. But I have a lot of time that I need to spend actually homeschooling my children. So I still love to do creative things. I still love to share on YouTube, but I was trying to figure out the best way to share that would actually work with my lifestyle and season where I am right now. So what I've done was I actually have shifted my work to a new podcast called However Imperfectly. And this is a podcast that I am so excited about because it is really a little bit more relevant to where I am in the trenches. I certainly still do nature study with my children. We still love getting outside regularly. Like, that is still very much a part of our life. But my brain space is so much taken up with home management and trying to implement the Charlotte Mason method well, that it was actually too much of a stretch for me to continue creating content that was around all of the nature study work. I would still love to do those things and might still do them here and there. But moving forward this year, I'm going to be focusing more on home culture, how the Charlotte Mason method and the home really do intersect, and really just offering some tips and tricks and encouragement and philosophy for those of you who are also in the trenches trying to get some encouragement from folks who are just a little bit ahead of you. So just for a little bit of context, my oldest is 14 and my youngest is 2. So I am very much deep immersed in the trenches, and I'm starting to prepare for high school next year. So I am trying to figure out how to continue serving homeschool families online in a way that is sustainable for our family as well. So check out the Substack link below. That's where I'm going to post the transcript for the podcast, and then you can find it in Spotify, Apple, all those different places. But I know some people were asking me what was going on with Naturalist Kids, and that's what's happening with it. And I'm so excited. I hope you will join me in this new season where I share more, and it actually will allow me to share in more depth than I can even do on YouTube. So check me out over there. Okay, so we are talking about my 1 year of piano lessons. Yes, I have taken 12 months of piano lessons with my children, and I have learned so much. And initially, I started doing it just because I thought, well, I would like to learn how to play the piano. This person's coming to our house anyway, and it would probably be better for my children if I did it with them so that I could have a sympathy with what they're going through, what they're learning. And it really has made a big difference. The first thing that I noticed when I started my practice time was how restful sitting down to the piano was after all of the housework that I was doing and managing people and just shuffling everyone. We usually have a lull, which is happening right now, in the afternoon when the baby's napping and the kids are doing some of their different occupations. And so I would go and sit down for maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15. And that time was so restful. It was like I was up doing different things, and instead of checking my phone, I would go spend 10 or 15 minutes at the piano. And that has become a wonderful part of my day. And also, when things are really stressful, I can just go to the piano and be obedient. I don't have to think through, like, what am I doing? Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking through the thing that I'm doing. But it allows me to kind of get sucked into another world that is real. It's not the online world, but it's a creative world. The other thing that I've noticed in playing the piano is that I'm learning a language. I did not realize that, I mean, I guess, I don't know, I just hadn't realized that it was an actual language that someone harnessed, figured out how to convey. If I put this note on the paper, it means this note on the piano, or you sing this note. And I have loved that it really takes the spiritual world of music and it makes it real, and it allows us to express that emotional expression through music in a very real, tangible way. And that was something I just didn't know was there before. I've always had an emotional response to music, but I didn't realize how much we were harnessing those emotions and controlling them. And I guess it makes sense. Movies use music to help convey and like pull out emotion from those of us who are watching the movies. And of course, different songs do the same thing. So I was just really impressed with how that teaches us to control our emotions, and what a good thing that is for the person who's learning to play the music. The other thing that I've learned is honestly just a teaching method. So I have been basically the only teacher of my kids in our homeschool for the last 8 years. And it has been wonderful to have another teacher come in and teach my children something else, and to see what that relationship is like, how I can coach them, how I can support them with this outside teacher when they're struggling, to do what they've asked, or are excited about something, they want to share with the teacher. And so when we first started taking piano lessons, we had one kind of teacher, and she would just take us straight through the book. It was like, okay, you open the book, you do the next lesson, you do the thing, okay, next one, and it was, I enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. But what I noticed was it was like pulling teeth to get my kids to play anything or to sit down and do their practice time. So our schedules changed, and I needed to find a different piano teacher. And we have Mr. Doug now, who comes to our house. And when he sat down with all of my kids, he just interviewed each one of us. What do you want to play? What do you like to listen to? What motivates you? What turns you on musically? And so he listened to what each of my children enjoy, and then let them pick out a piece of music that they wanted to learn for themselves. And then he also had kind of the theory book that he's going through all of the basics. And now I cannot keep my kids off the piano. They are on the piano all the time. And what this showed me in teaching was that there is something really important to explaining the fundamentals to a student. But if you don't send them to dig for themselves, if you don't have something that allows them to express, really it's connecting something that they already know with this new thing. So they already knew they loved, like my boys, they all love music scores from movies, particularly, Mission Impossible, Raiders March from the Indiana Jones movie, those Star Wars. So they already had those things that were connected to their hearts. They were already excited about that. So then the piano teacher said, okay, you already know this, and that's music. And I can show you how to play that at your level. And so now he's connecting something they know with something new, which is how to play it on the piano. And then that shows, I just keep going, that's a great teacher. And so now I've taken that idea and I'm like, where can I do that in other parts of our teaching? Where can I help my kids connect ideas that are new to something that they already know, and really being that guide to help them get from point A to point B. It's been really fun. So you might be asking, when do I practice? I know I have 7 kids and they're running around all the time. So the most of the time I actually practice during my dinner prep. So what happens usually is I make a lot of stuff in the Instant Pot, and there's usually about 10 minutes where I'm waiting from like one thing to the next. And I go, oh, I can set the timer for 10 minutes and go sit down and play. And my kids they just want me to tell you that yes, sometimes I have heard the timer go off and I let it go off maybe a little too long, and maybe something gets burned. That does happen. But for the most part, it has been a really fun way. It's either in the afternoons when the baby's napping or during that dinner prep time. Now, it's better when the baby's napping, and it's not for long. You know, it's 10 minutes, it's 15 minutes. It might be 2 or 3, 5-minute chunks here and there. I'm making progress. I'm not fantastic. I've been playing for a year, but I can do some easy piano. I can start to pick some things out in some of our songbooks. We've got some hymnals. I've pulled the hymnals down and I can pick out the right hand. And the songs that I've been learning that I want to learn are, I'm learning the chord on the left hand, and then I'm learning the melody on the right hand. It's just been a lot of fun. So what songs have I learned? I will just tell you, I've learned the Irish Washerwoman. I learned When He Cometh, which I'll link to below. It's an Alison Krauss. She redid a hymn that's a kind of an old hymn. And then I did Good King Wenceslas over the Christmas. And all of those different songs have been so fun to play. And now Mr. Doug is going to have me start learning some classical pieces, which I'm really excited about. So I would love to hear if you have taken anything on like that, where it's like, oh, I want to learn this with my children, and it's fine. How old am I? I'm 43 years old. It's great. I just had my first year of piano lessons, and I'm going to keep doing it. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.